Hello and welcome to Canteen Cup. My name is Scott, and how's everybody today? Excuse my air conditioner going on over there, but this is a good spot for me to kind of do videos, and so hopefully it won't be too loud coming through the microphone on the camera. A couple things today I want to talk about. Friday, this past Friday, there was a Viking meetup at Fort Mountain State Park in Georgia, and there was about a dozen of us there, and we got together. We spent about three and a half hours chatting. A couple of us went through our bug out bags, get home bags, lots of ideas, lots of different people doing different things, lots of different weights of the packs, just a good time. One thing I want to say about that is that you should go to the meetings. I don't go to all of them, but I go at least a couple times a year, because it's about a 2.5 hour drive for me each way. So I'm right at that limit of when you should go, and most of the people up there are from the other side of the meetup, not from my side. I think there's one guy that's kind of close to me, but he's still over an hour away. So but I go to keep that open, and I go. I do radio communications for the Vikings, and I offer my advice and services. I've been a ham for 25 years, been in emergency communications for just about that amount of time, have worked for different agencies doing different things in radio communications, so I'm typically a pretty good resource when it comes to that sort of thing. I do want to take a moment and give a shout out to my buddy Sam Culper over at Forward Observer. I got this from him from doing some service work for him. But if you want to learn about intelligence gathering, and intelligence analysis, Forward Observer, I believe his website is forwardobserver.com. Go there. He's got classes, he's got free stuff, he's got a blog, he's got podcasts, he's got I think YouTube TV, lots of good information. He's a good guy, very knowledgeable in his craft, and you can't help but benefit from it. One of my many past jobs was I worked as an analyst, and that's what I did for a living, and so I was able to take the things I know and then add some of his tools into what I already know, and it's made me a better analyst by doing that. So go over and visit my friend Sam. Good guy, very knowledgeable. Getting back to the Viking meetup, I wanted to show up. I had the cup in my hand, so I wanted to say that before I forgot. Old guys, right? One of the things, or a couple things I want to talk about, is when you have a meetup, my suggestion is going to be do it outside. Now in this case, we were outside. It rained all day at the park, and I mean all day. And so we were lucky we got under a pavilion. But try not to let weather overly stop you. When I was in the Army, we had training in the rain, we had training in the snow, we had training in the cold, we had training in the heat. We did it. It didn't matter. And as a preparedness community, it shouldn't matter as much to us, because we should be prepared, right? And so my thoughts on that is, continue to have your stuff outside, but I acquiesce a little bit, and if it's raining, get under something. Like we had a pavilion there at the park that nobody was using, so we got under a pavilion, or you can get under trees, or get under cover. If it's really, really cold out, go someplace where you can have a fire. But try to have your stuff outside, because your clothing is a part of your equipment, and you should be testing your clothing just like you should be testing your equipment. So go to these meetings, bring your stuff, try it out. It was a bring your own lunch sort of thing. I brought an MRE with me. I keep a couple cases of MREs in the house as a, emergency bailout sort of thing. But their shelf life is only about 5 years, maybe 6, if you keep them in a really good climate control like I do. But mine are about 3 years old, and so we're getting to the point where I have to start I have to start cycling them out. And I keep 2 cases, so I've broken into 1 case, and when I go do these things, I'll start eating these. And then when that case is empty, we'll buy another case to replace it, and then I'll start working out the other one. And then when that one's empty, I'll replace it. And then typically there's a couple years where I don't have to eat them as much. But, my Army had both C rations and MREs. And they're both okay. MREs really, in today's world, they really just taste like canned food. Go buy Chef Boyardee or whatever. That's really what it tastes like. So it's not that bad. The crackers haven't changed, though. They're still hardtack crackers, but you learn to like them after a while. So go out, go test yourself. Go to these meetups. Like I said, I go 2.5 hours. They have the group up in North Georgia at Fort Mountain State Park group, which is run by Shield Maiden. So if you see her in the Viking Meetup post on Patreon, Shield Maiden is the person you want to contact. Very nice person, very helpful. She'll get you going. She'll get you there. But like I said, for me, it's a 2.5 hour each way. I don't always go to everyone for a couple reasons. One is it's a long drive each way. And number 2, I've got a homestead. I still have a lot of work to do out there. So some of these weekends I'm actually working. In this case, the rain worked out really well because I couldn't work outside, so I went to the meetup. But go to the meetings. I recommend it. Fellowship with fellow preppers. Maybe meet some friends. Every time I go there, I meet new people, and then I meet people that I've seen before, and I chat with them, and we start to intermingle a little bit. It's a good thing. So I've got a couple more videos I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do, instead of doing a couple long ones, I might do 3 or 4 short ones. But Viking preparedness, see them on Patreon, go to meetups. We'll see you.